Right, shalom, shalom. It's the brother Quashab coming back at you with another lesson. Now, before I get started, I want to give all praises, glory, infinite honors unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakak Wadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me this truth and rule well. And peace and blessings, blessings, and salutations to the hopefully elect, and as well as those that believe in the gospel. And may you endure to the end, Lord willing. All right. And just kind of meditating on a thought in which, today is the 4th of July, right, which we know as Independence Day, all right? But, we go into the history of it, all right, what it means for America, all right, being free from the independence of Britain, all right, and different things of that nature, all right? But all that to say, ultimately, we still not independent, all right? Because Jake goes out and celebrates all of these goddamn holidays, man, all right? And celebrates things that don't have no pertaining to them, all right? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right? Because we are still yet this day in captivity, man. Matter of fact, I'll start with this. I'll start with that, all right? It's the book of Baruch, chapter 3, verse 8. It says, "Behold, we are yet this day in our captivity, where thou hast scattered us for a reproach and a curse, and to be subject to payments, according to all the iniquities of our fathers, which departed from the Lord our power." All right? And here in America, yes, we are in captivity, man. All right? Whether you think you're not or not. Yes, it's not hardcore slavery, all right? But we still have to do what? Get up, go to work every morning, all right, just to pay bills, okay? We are not independent because why? We have to depend on Esau Edom for everything that we have to get in order to get daily bread, all right, in order to live a basic life, okay? Which is a part of the curses, man. All right, where the Lord has scattered us, man. Okay. Now it says, verse 9, "Hear Israel, the commandments of life, give it to understand. How happened it to Israel that thou art in thine enemy's land, that thou art waxing old in a strange country, that thou art defiled with the dead?" All right. And we are in our enemy's land, man. All right. This is a strange country. All right. Because we from the Middle East, all right, which we know as Jerusalem. All right. Yerushalayim, the city of peace. Okay. And as Israelites, we are the princes of the power, man. All right. Now, how happened it to Israel? Why? Because we went off, all right, from the laws, the statutes, the commandments that we were given. Okay. And now in these last days, as we're waking up, all right, and Jake is still being woken up, all right, finding out that the Israelites was, it may seem kind of hard to some brothers, some maybe not, all right. Salakia, all right. But hey, we are defiled with the dead, all right, which represents not being with the wisdom, the knowledge, the understanding, all right, to be defiled with the dead, man, all right, which the heathen nations who weren't given this wisdom, this knowledge, this understanding, all right, and we're here and solely dependent on them, all right. So while you going out and celebrating Independence Day, it's kind of in vain, because it really is in vain, because we are not independent, all right. We are not independent, man. We're still dependent on everything that has been set up through Esau Edom, which is the so-called white man, all right? That's not independence, all right? True independence is going to come when Yahushua come back and sets us free, man, all right? As it says in Isaiah, the 61st chapter, all right? That's real freedom, which I might get it, all right? But I don't want to get ahead of myself. This is Isaiah, it's chapter 51, verse 14. It says, "The captive exile hasten it, that he may be loosed, and that he should not die in the pit, nor should his bread fail." All right. And that's what we, of the hopefully elect, Lord willing, we get out of here sooner than later. And that, the Lord sends famine, destruction, and plagues upon this place. that this place may ultimately be destroyed by ICBM nuclear missiles. All right, that the will of the Lord be accomplished here so we can go home, man. All right, because we are captives, man. All right, if you're in captivity, you are in chains. All right, you are in slavery. Okay, you're at the bottom. All right, and we're tired of being on the bottom, man. We want true independence. All right, that's what I think I'm gonna name it. All right, we want true independence to ultimately be freed from under the oppression, from under the rule of the so-called white man. All right, not to be given money. All right, and to live a little better than the rest. No, we want to truly be freed, man. All right, and we want to be on top. We want to reign on their necks, man. All right, give out the orders. You see, that's what we want, man. All right, the captive exile hasten that he may be loosed. All right, and read it in the NLT. It says, soon all you captives will be released. You see, and that's what Yahushua is coming to do. All right, he's coming to redeem us, man, buy us back, man. All right. It says, soon all you captives will be released. Imprisonment, starvation, and death will not be your fate. All right. And that's all we have here to rely on here in this society, man. All right. Is imprisonment, starvation, and death. All right. That's all we have, man. The ways of this world is death, man. All right. Now, I was getting Isaiah 61. All right. Because that's what Yahushua is coming to do, man. To bind up the brokenhearted. All right. To preach liberty to the captives, right? It's Isaiah 61:1. It says, the Spirit of the Lord Yahweh is upon me, because the Lord Yahweh had appointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He had sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives. You see? Let's see what that said in the NLT real quick. It says, the Spirit of the sovereign Lord is upon me, for the Lord had appointed me to bring good news to the poor. He has sent me to comfort the brokenhearted and to proclaim that captives will be released and prisoners will be freed. You see? So we don't have no, we're not independent, man. All right. We're captives. All right. We're prisoners here in this so-called society, man. All right. And which is only going to get worse. It's only going to get harder. All right. As this devil tries to go forth with his NWO. All right. Now, I wanted to get this word, independence. All right. Now, it says the fact of not depending on others or another, or self-support or self-government, okay, which goes to the root word independent, all right, not dependent on something else, okay? So if you're not dependent on something else, then A, you're independent. Are we not dependent on this system that Esau has set up, that we have to have jobs, all right, to have houses, to have cars, transportation, to put our kids through school? All right, from the time they come out of the womb, you get maybe a week or two off, all right, and then you right back working. Why? Because you got to send a child, man, you got to pay somebody to watch your children, all right, while you go to work to make money. How are we independent, man? And these things should frustrate you, Jake, but, you know, 2/3, man, it's just always going to be caught up in bullshit, man, all right? Now, it says meaning able to live well without labor. You see that? Are we able to live well without laboring, without working? Man, hell no, man. All right. Behold, we are yet this day in captivity, man. You see? O Israel, what it says, O Adam, what hast thou done? Well, O Israel, what hast thou done, man? All right. Departing from the Lord Yahweh. All right, our power, man. You know. Now this says this is the word dependent. All right. It says relying for existence on. So we rely on the system. All right. We rely on the so-called white man for everything. All right. As it was prophesied that you shall grab it. All right. This is This is Deuteronomy 28 and 15, it says, "But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord Yahweh, thy power, to observe to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee." Right? If thou wilt not hearken, okay? And let me jump down to 48. It says, "Therefore," all right, now remember, "if thou shalt not hearken," which is, this is one of the main scriptures that we use to identify, as, find how we identify as Israelites. Because who has this happen to on the face of the planet Earth besides you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man? All right, what other nation has this happened to? Okay, it says, "Thou therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies." Salakia, and especially as we go into the point, which is in 68, that the Lord is going to bring us into Egypt again. All right, and I'm gonna jump down to it, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 48. It says, "Therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee." Are we not serving our enemies? All right. As it says in Ecclesiastes, the 10th chapter, you've seen princes walking the earth and servants upon horses, man. All right. Are we not serving our enemies? It says, "Which the Lord Yahweh shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things." All right. And we have to serve this devil to get anything we want. All right. What they tell you to do? Work harder. All right. Work more hours. Get more overtime. You want extra money. Okay. The want of all things comes from Esau Edom. All right. The so-called white man who rules the earth, man. All right. Now it says, "And he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he have destroyed thee." All right. And now people are completely destroyed, man. All right. It tell you in Hosea that the Lord's people, Israel, is destroyed for a lack of knowledge, man. Okay. And this devil keeps us dumbed down, all right, with the entertainment industry, and along with jobs, working 40, 50, some brothers 60 hours a week, man. All right. How will you have time to get knowledge if you're always working, or to find knowledge, or to seek it? You see, which is why the Lord has blessed us with the opportunity to get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. You see? Now it says, I'm gonna jump down to 68 now, right? And it says, "And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships," which Egypt represents a bondage, all right? Slavery, okay? I might jump to Exodus 20. All right, come right back, all right, to prove the point. It's Exodus chapter 20, verse 2. It says, "I am the Lord Yahweh, thy power, which have brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage." All right. And let's get the word bondage. Illegal condition of a serf or a slave. All right. So we are yet this day in captivity, man. All right. Why? Because we didn't adhere unto the laws, the statutes, and commandments of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, man. All right. This is back in Deuteronomy 28 and 68. It says, "And the Lord Yahweh shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I speak unto thee. Thou shalt no more see it again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies for buying men and buying women. And no man shall buy you." You see? No man shall buy you. All right. And yes, we were technically bought off of the auction blocks, all right, as slaves. And technically, slaves were free, but what did they do? All right. Have these corporations to where, hey, we have to work for them, in which the rich get richer, the middle class work to just live what they call a quote unquote good life. All right. And there's some that work and we just poor. All right. Which is, you middle class, you're poor. All right. You make 100,000, 150,000 a year, you're poor, man. All right. They've given you this illusion that you're only middle class, rich or poor, but you make six figures, especially nowadays, man. All right. That's poor. All right. If you live in a neighborhood with other people that have a job and go to work, you're poor, man. All right. Just because you're making a couple tens of thousands more than the next person, that don't make you rich, man. All right. There's people out here with hundreds of billions of dollars, man. All right. That don't work for nothing. You see? But the point was that no man shall buy you. All right. So in which, let me grab it in 1 Peter. Okay. In which means, no one is coming to save us, man. All right. From this captivity except Yahweh Shai. All right. Now it's 1 Peter chapter 1, verse 18. It says, for as much as ye know that you were not redeemed, all right, which the word redeem means to buy again or buy back, all right, in which, as I was reading the Deuteronomy, let me get it to make sure, redeem, right, to buy back, okay, ransom or recover by purchase, you see? So if no man shall buy you, all right, we read in Deuteronomy, until what? The curses be lifted. And the only way that the curses will be lifted is when we repent, when we return back to our power and we be saved, all right, from our enemies, all right, in the land of our captivity, all right, which is what Yahweh Shai means, all right? He saves or he delivers, man, all right? And that's what he's coming back to do, all right, which is why the captive exile hastening that we may be loosed, all right? We hasten for the day of Yahweh Shai because why? We know he's coming back with crowns for us, all right, and destruction for everybody else, all right? Abarat Zawi be a part of that righteous number. You see? Now, this is 1 Peter 1:18. It says, as ye know that you were not redeemed, so we weren't bought back with corruptible things as silver and as gold from your vain conversation received by the tradition of your fathers, but with the precious blood of the Hamashiach, as of a lamb without blemish and without spot, who verily was foreordained before the foundation of the world, but was manifest in these last times for you, who by him do believe in our power that raised him up from the dead and gave him glory, that your faith and your hope might be in the Most High. You see, this is how we will be redeemed, all right? This is how we will be bought back through the blood of Yahushua Mashiach, man, all right? In which he died, that came and that happened, all right, for us to even have a chance to repent in these last days, all right? Without Yahushua's sacrifice, that would be null and void, all right? This first book of Peter, this first chapter, it wouldn't have been written, all right, without Yahushua's sacrifice, man, okay? Which is the only reason we have the opportunity to call on the names of the Lord and to be saved in these last times, all right? And Yahushua only died for the elect, you see? Because the 2/3 is going to be a sacrifice here in America, you see? But, that was pretty much the point, all right? And Lord willing, that this was edifying, all right? Straight to the point that, hey, at the end, we'll be set free, all right? We'll be made independent. Ultimately, when the Lord returns and saves us from our enemies, all right? Then I'll end it off in the Luke, right? They keep popping up in my head. I'll end it off here. It's Luke chapter 1, verse 68. Now, this is salvation, all right? Brother Abawai asks this question often, all right? What does salvation mean according to the Bible? Well, this is it. This is Luke chapter 1, verse 68. It says, blessed be the Lord, power of Israel, for he had visited and redeemed, there go that word redeemed again, and redeemed his people, and had raised up an horn of salvation for us in the house of his servant David, as he has spake by the mouth of his holy prophets, which have been since the world began, that we should be saved from our enemies and from the hand of all that hate us, to perform the mercy promised to our fathers and to remember his holy covenant, the oath which he sware unto our father Abraham, that he will grant unto us, that we, being delivered out of the hand of our enemies, might serve him without fear, in holiness and righteousness before him in all the days of our life. You see, that's salvation, man. That's independence, being saved from the hand of our enemies, all right? And then brought to the point to where we can serve the Lord without fear, all right, in holiness and righteousness forevermore, all right? Pleasures forevermore, man. You see? That's independence, all right? We don't have no independence here, okay? Independence is going to come in the same day salvation comes, man. You know? So, that was pretty much the point, all right? Lord willing, Abaratazah, Adawan Ratazah, that was edifying, all right? Before I go, I'm going to give all praises, glory, and infinite honors unto Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, and Kakwadash. Double honors once again to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and many citations to the hopefully elect. Until the next time, I say shalom.